Indira Gandhi Zoological Park is located amidst Sitakonda Reserve Forest covering an area of 625 acres in Visakhapatnam district of Andhra Pradesh. The construction for this ex situ facility started in the very year 1972 when Wildlife Protection Act of this country came into existence, and it was opened to public on the 19th of May 1977. It is surrounded by beautiful and scenic hills of Eastern Ghats on 3 sides and Bay of Bengal on the 4th side. Being a large category zoo recognized by the Central Zoo Authority, it houses 843 number of animals like mammals, carnivores, lesser carnivores, canids, ungulates, reptiles, birds and butterflies belonging to 123 species in a natural ambience. This place is also a home to many free-ranging animals and birds owing to its existence in a forest area close to Kambalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary. The zoological park is named after the former Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi. It was declared open to the public on the 19th of May 1977. It covers an area of 625 acres. It is situated in Visakhapatnam amidst the scenic Eastern Ghats of India. It is surrounded by the Eastern Ghats on 3 sides and Bay of Bengal on the 4th side. Nearly 80 species of animals numbering to about 800 are present in the zoo. In collaboration with Stardust Ventures, Vizag Zoo launched a web portal for animal adoption to engage the community with latest events. It also allows general public to adopt an animal for certain time period. IGZP conducts various events regularly, like e-webinars and quizzes, and also provides e-certificates for the participants. The webinars are interactive sessions organized with various experts, and are streamed live over YouTube. The zoo is about 11 kilometers, 6.8 miles from the Visakhapatnam railway station on the National Highway 5 near Aindada. It has entrance and exit gates situated oppositely, with one towards National Highway 5 and the other towards Beach Road at Sagar Nagar. It is open to public daily except Monday. In February 2022, the zoo was received accreditation from the World Association or Zoos and Aquariums, WAZA, for coordinating a successful Dole breeding program. In an area of 625 acres, 253 hectares, the zoo located among the Kambalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary of the Eastern Ghats. The zoo has enclosures for many different types of animals, a jungle along a water body inside the zoo park. The zoo has several native mammals such as Indian elephants, greater one-horned rhinos, Bengal tigers, Asiatic lions, Indian leopards, striped hyenas, dholes, sloth bears, gaur, sambar deer and rhesus macaques, as well as exotic mammals like hippos, giraffes, grants, zebras and chimpanzees. It also has a variety of birds including ostriches, rosy pelicans, grey herons, Indian peafowl and black swans. All 3 native species of crocodilian, the mugger crocodile, gharial and saltwater crocodile, are housed in the zoo, along with several other species of reptiles. Everyone loves to visit the zoo. Kids love to see the animals they have seen only in picture books, and the adults accompanying the kids love to see the look of immense delight on the faces of these kids. One such zoological park that has everything to make it one of the fun places to visit in Vizag is the Indira Gandhi Zoological Park. Surrounded by the Eastern Ghats on 3 sides and set in the laps of the Kambalakonda Forest Reserve, this park is spread over a luxurious 625 acres and is home to almost 80 species of wildlife, making it one of the largest zoological parks in Andhra Pradesh. With the Bay of Bengal nearby, the location of this park makes it an ideal spot for spotting several exotic bird species too. The weather and the climatic conditions of this area have allowed the fauna in the zoo to flourish and create a salubrious home for the animals. This zoological park was named after the former Prime Minister of India and was opened for visitors on the 19th of May 1977. Since then it has been one of the preferred destinations of visitors who love to see wildlife in their natural habitat. There is even a mini train inside the park to view all of its premises. One of the interesting facts about this park is that it has been divided into separate sections like carnivores, primates, ungulates, mammals, and birds. This division makes it easier for visitors to visit each section according to their preferences. There is a section for butterflies and moths as well in this zoo, but it is open only during the early hours of the day as butterflies and moths cannot fly during the late hours. The walls of this section are covered with information about these creatures to make the visit even more interesting and to create awareness about their characteristics. Animals are multicellular, eukaryotic organisms comprising the biological kingdom Animalia. With few exceptions, animals consume organic material, breathe oxygen, have myocytes and are able to move, can reproduce sexually, and grow from a hollow sphere of cells, the blastula, during embryonic development. Animals form a clade, meaning that they arose from a single common ancestor. Over 1.5 million living animal species have been described, of which around 1.05 million are insects, over 85,000 are mollusks, and around 65,000 are vertebrates. It has been estimated there are as many as 7.77 million animal species on Earth. Animal body lengths range from 8.5 micrometers, 0.00033 in, to 33.6 meters. They have complex ecologies and interactions with each other and their environments, forming intricate food webs. The scientific study of animals is known as zoology, and the study of animal behavior is known as ethology. The animal kingdom is divided into 5 major clades, namely Porifera, Ctenophora, Placozoa, Cnidaria and Bilateria. Most living animal species belong to the clade Bilateria, a highly proliferative clade whose members have a bilaterally symmetric and significantly cephalized body plan, and the vast majority of bilaterians belong to 2 large clades, the protostomes, which includes organisms such as arthropods, mollusks, flatworms, annelids and nematodes, and the deuterostomes, which include echinoderms, hemichordates and chordates, the latter of which contains the vertebrates. The much smaller basal phylum Xenocoelomorpha have an uncertain position within Bilateria. Animals first appeared in the fossil record in the late Cryogenian period and diversified in the subsequent Ediacaran period in what is known as the Avalon explosion. Nearly all modern animal phyla first appeared in the fossil record as marine species during the Cambrian explosion, which began around 539 million years ago, Maya, and most classes during the Ordovician radiation 485.4 Maya. Common to all living animals, 6,331 groups of genes have been identified that may have arisen from a single common ancestor that lived about 650 Maya during the Cryogenian period. Historically, Aristotle divided animals into those with blood and those without. Carl Linnaeus created the first hierarchical biological classification for animals in 1758 with his Systema Naturae, which Jean-Baptiste Lamarck expanded into 14 phyla by 1809. In 1874, Ernst Haeckel divided the animal kingdom into the multicellular metazoa, now synonymous with Animalia, and the protozoa, single-celled organisms no longer considered animals. In modern times, the biological classification of animals relies on advanced techniques, such as molecular phylogenetics, which are effective at demonstrating the evolutionary relationships between taxa. Humans make use of many other animal species for food, including meat, eggs, and dairy products, for materials, such as leather, fur, and wool, as pets and as working animals for transportation and services. Dogs, the first domesticated animal, have been used in hunting, in security and in warfare, as have horses, pigeons and birds of prey, while other terrestrial and aquatic animals are hunted for sports, trophies or profits. Non-human animals are also an important cultural element of human evolution, having appeared in cave arts and totems since the earliest times, and are frequently featured in mythology, religion, arts, literature, heraldry, politics, and sports. The word animal comes from the Latin noun animal of the same meaning, which is itself derived from Latin animalis, having breath or soul. The biological definition includes all members of the kingdom Animalia. In colloquial usage, the term animal is often used to refer only to non-human animals. The term metazoa is derived from ancient Greek meta, after. In biology, the prefix meta stands for later, and zoea, animals, plural of zoon, animal. A metazoan is any member of the group Metazoa. Animals have several characteristics that they share with other living things. Animals are eukaryotic, multicellular, and aerobic, as are plants and fungi. Unlike plants and algae, which produce their own food, animals cannot produce their own food, a feature they share with fungi. Animals ingest organic material and digest it internally. Animals have structural characteristics that set them apart from all other living things. Cells surrounded by an extracellular matrix compose collagen and elastic glycoproteins motility, able to spontaneously move their bodies during at least part of their life cycle. A blastular stage during embryonic development. Typically, there is an internal digestive chamber with either one opening or two openings. Animal development is controlled by Hox genes, which signal the times and places to develop structures such as body segments and limbs. During development, the animal extracellular matrix forms a relatively flexible framework upon which cells can move about and be reorganized into specialized tissues and organs, making the formation of complex structures possible, and allowing cells to be differentiated. The extracellular matrix may be calcified, forming structures such as shells, bones, and spicules. In contrast, the cells of other multicellular organisms are held in place by cell walls, and so develop by progressive growth. See also, sexual reproduction section. Animals, and asexual reproduction section. Examples in animals. Sexual reproduction is nearly universal in animals, such as these dragonflies. Nearly all animals make use of some form of sexual reproduction. They produce haploid gametes by meiosis. The smaller, motile gametes are spermatozoa and the larger, non-motile gametes are ova. These fuse to form zygotes, which develop via mitosis into a hollow sphere, called a blastula. In sponges, blastula larvae swim to a new location, attach to the seabed, and develop into a new sponge. In most other groups, the blastula undergoes more complicated rearrangement. It first invaginates to form a gastrula with a digestive chamber and two separate germ layers, an external ectoderm and an internal endoderm. In most cases, a third germ layer, the mesoderm, also develops between them. These germ layers then differentiate to form tissues and organs. Repeated instances of mating with a close relative during sexual reproduction generally leads to inbreeding depression within a population due to the increased prevalence of harmful recessive traits. Animals have evolved numerous mechanisms for avoiding close inbreeding. Some animals are capable of asexual reproduction, which often results in a genetic clone of the parent. This may take place through fragmentation, budding, such as in hydra and other cnidarians, or parthenogenesis, where fertile eggs are produced without mating, such as in aphids. Animals are categorized into ecological groups depending on their trophic levels and how they consume organic material. Such groupings include carnivores, further divided into subcategories such as piscivores, insectivores, ovivores, etc., herbivores, subcategorized into folivores, graminivores, frugivores, granivores, nectarivores, algivores, etc., omnivorous, fungivores, scavengers, detritivores, and parasites. Interactions between animals of each biome form complex food webs within that ecosystem. In carnivorous or omnivorous species, predation is a consumer-resource interaction where the predator feeds on another organism, its prey, who often evolves anti-predator adaptations to avoid being fed upon. Selective pressures imposed on one another lead to an evolutionary arms race between predator and prey, resulting in various antagonistic competitive coevolutions. Almost all multicellular predators are animals. Some consumers use multiple methods. For example, in parasitoid wasps, the larvae feed on the host's living tissues, killing them in the process, but the adults primarily consume nectar from flowers. Other animals may have very specific feeding behaviors, such as hawksbill sea turtles which mainly eat sponges, hydrothermal vent mussels and shrimps. Most animals rely on biomass and bioenergy produced by plants and phytoplanktons, collectively called producers, through photosynthesis. Herbivores, as primary consumers, eat the plant material directly to digest and absorb the nutrients, while carnivores and other animals on higher trophic levels indirectly acquire the nutrients by eating the herbivores or other animals that have eaten the herbivores. Animals oxidize carbohydrates, lipids, proteins and other biomolecules in cellular respiration, which allows the animal to grow and to sustain basal metabolism and fuel other biological processes such as locomotion. Some benthic animals living close to hydrothermal vents and cold seeps on the dark sea floor consume organic matter produced through chemosynthesis by archaea and bacteria. Animals originated in the ocean. All extant animal phyla, except for Micrognathozoa and Onychophora, feature at least some marine species. However, several lineages of arthropods began to colonize land around the same time as land plants, probably between 510 and 471 million years ago, during the late Cambrian or early Ordovician. Vertebrates such as the lobe-finned fish Tiktaalik started to move onto land in the late Devonian, about 375 million years ago. Other notable animal groups that colonized land environments are mollusca, Platyhelminta, Annelida, Tardigrada, Onychophora, Rotifera, Nematoda. Animals occupy virtually all of Earth's habitats and microhabitats, with faunas adapted to salt water, hydrothermal vents, fresh water, hot springs, swamps, forests, pastures, deserts, air, and the interiors of other organisms. Animals are however not particularly heat tolerant. Very few of them can survive at constant temperatures above 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or in the most extreme cold deserts of continental Antarctica. The collective global geomorphic influence of animals on the processes shaping the Earth's surface remains largely understudied, with most studies limited to individual species and well-known exemplars. The blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived, weighing up to 190 tons and measuring up to 33.6 meters, 110 feet long. The largest extant terrestrial animal is the African bush elephant, weighing up to 12.25 tons and measuring up to 10.67 meters, 35.0 feet long. The largest terrestrial animals that ever lived were titanosaur sauropod dinosaurs such as Argentinosaurus, which may have weighed as much as 73 tons, and Supersaurus, which may have reached 39 meters. Several animals are microscopic. Some myxozoa, obligate parasites within the cnidaria, never grow larger than 20 micrometers, and one of the smallest species, Myxobolus shekel, is no more than 8.5 micrometers when fully grown. The blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived. It can be up to 33.6 meters, 110 feet long. Myxozoans such as Myxobolus cerebralis are single-celled parasites, never more than 20 micrometers across. The following table lists estimated numbers of described extant species for the major animal phyla, along with their principal habitats, terrestrial, freshwater, and marine, and free-living or parasitic ways of life. Species estimates shown here are based on numbers described scientifically. Much larger estimates have been calculated based on various means of prediction, and these can vary wildly. For instance, around 25,000–27,000 species of nematodes have been described, while published estimates of the total number of nematode species include 10,000–20,000, 500,000, 10 million, and 100 million. Using patterns within the taxonomic hierarchy, the total number of animal species, including those not yet described, was calculated to be about 7.77 million in 2011. Evidence of animals is found as long ago as the Cryogenian period. 24-isopropylcholestane 24 IPC has been found in rocks from roughly 650 million years ago. It is only produced by sponges and pelagophyte algae. Its likely origin is from sponges based on molecular clock estimates for the origin of 24 IPC production in both groups. Analyses of pelagophyte algae consistently recover a phanerozoic origin, while analyses of sponges recover a new proterozoic origin, consistent with the appearance of 24 IPC in the fossil record. The first body fossils of animals appear in the Ediacaran, represented by forms such as Chernia and Sprigana. It had long been doubted whether these fossils truly represented animals, but the discovery of the animal lipid cholesterol in fossils of Dickinsonia establishes their nature. Animals are thought to have originated under low oxygen conditions, suggesting that they were capable of living entirely by anaerobic respiration, but as they became specialized for aerobic metabolism, they became fully dependent on oxygen in their environments. Many animal phyla first appear in the fossil record during the Cambrian explosion, starting about 539 million years ago, in beds such as the Burgess Shale. Extant phyla in these rocks include mollusks, brachiopods, venvicophorans, tardigrades, arthropods, echinoderms and hemichordates, along with numerous now extinct forms such as the predatory Anomalocaris. The apparent suddenness of the event may however be an artifact of the fossil record, rather than showing that all these animals appeared simultaneously. That view is supported by the discovery of Auroralumina attenboroughi, the earliest known Ediacaran crown group cnidarian, 557 to 562 Maya, some 20 million years before the Cambrian explosion, from Charnwood Forest, England. It is thought to be one of the earliest predators, catching small prey with its nematocysts as modern cnidarians do. Some paleontologists have suggested that animals appeared much earlier than the Cambrian explosion, possibly as early as 1 billion years ago. Early fossils that might represent animals appear, for example, in the 665 million-year-old rocks of the Trezona Formation of South Australia. These fossils are interpreted as most probably being early sponges. Trace fossils such as tracks and burrows found in the Tonian period, from 1 Gaia, may indicate the presence of triploblastic worm-like animals, roughly as large, about 5 mm wide, and complex as earthworms. However, similar tracks are produced by the giant single-celled protist Gromia spherica, so the Tonian trace fossils may not indicate early animal evolution. Around the same time, the layered mats of microorganisms called stromatolites decreased in diversity, perhaps due to grazing by newly evolved animals. Objects such as sediment-filled tubes that resemble trace fossils of the burrows of worm-like animals have been found in 1.2 Gaia rocks in North America, in 1.5 Gaia rocks in Australia and North America, and in 1.7 Gaia rocks in Australia. Their interpretation as having an animal origin is disputed, as they might be water escape or other structures. Animals are monophyletic, meaning they are derived from a common ancestor. Animals are the sister group to the choanoflagellates, with which they form the choanozoa. Ross Rocher and colleagues, 2021, traced the origins of animals to unicellular ancestors, providing the external phylogeny shown in the cladogram. Uncertainty of relationships is indicated with dashed lines. The animal clade had certainly originated by 650 Maya, and may have come into being as much as 800 Maya, based on molecular clock evidence for different phyla. The relationships at the base of the animal tree have been debated. Other than Ctenophora, the Biliteria and Cnidaria are the only groups with symmetry, and other evidence shows they are closely related. In addition to sponges, Placozoa has no symmetry and was often considered a missing link between protists and multicellular animals. The presence of Hox genes in Placozoa shows that they were once more complex. The Porifera, sponges, have long been assumed to be sister to the rest of the animals, but there is evidence that the Ctenophora may be in that position. Molecular phylogenetics has supported both the sponge sister and Ctenophora sister hypotheses. In 2017, Roberto Fiuda and colleagues, using amino acid differences, presented both, with the following cladogram for the sponge sister view that they supported. Conversely, a 2023 study by Darren Schultz and colleagues uses ancient gene linkages to construct the following Ctenophora sister phylogeny. Non-Bilitarians include sponges, center, and corals, background. Sponges are physically very distinct from other animals, and were long thought to have diverged first, representing the oldest animal phylum and forming a sister clade to all other animals. Despite their morphological dissimilarity with all other animals, genetic evidence suggests sponges may be more closely related to other animals than the comb jellies are. Sponges lack the complex organization found in most other animal phyla. Their cells are differentiated, but in most cases not organized into distinct tissues, unlike all other animals. They typically feed by drawing in water through pores, filtering out small particles of food. The Ctenophora and Cnidaria are radially symmetric and have digestive chambers with a single opening, which serves as both mouth and anus. Animals in both phyla have distinct tissues, but these are not organized into discrete organs. They are diploblastic, having only two main germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. The tiny placozoans have no permanent digestive chamber and no symmetry. They superficially resemble amoebae. Their phylogeny is poorly defined, and under active research. Main articles: Biliteria and Symmetry, Biology, section Bilateral Symmetry. The remaining animals, the great majority, comprising some 29 phyla and over a million species, form the Biliteria clade, which have a bilaterally symmetric body plan. The Biliteria are triploblastic, with three well-developed germ layers, and their tissues form distinct organs. The digestive chamber has two openings, a mouth and an anus, and in the nephrozoa there is an internal body cavity, a coelom or pseudocoelom. These animals have a head end, anterior, and a tail end, posterior, a back, dorsal, surface and a belly, ventral, surface, and a left and a right side. A modern consensus phylogenetic tree for the Biliteria is shown below. Idealized nephrozoan body plan. With an elongated body and a direction of movement, the animal has head and tail ends. Sense organs and mouth form the bases of the head. Opposed circular and longitudinal muscles enable peristaltic motion. Having a front end means that this part of the body encounters stimuli, such as food, favoring cephalization, the development of a head with sense organs and a mouth. Many bilitarians have a combination of circular muscles that constrict the body, making it longer, and an opposing set of longitudinal muscles that shorten the body. These enable soft-bodied animals with a hydrostatic skeleton to move by peristalsis. They also have a gut that extends through the basically cylindrical body from mouth to anus. Many bilitarian phyla have primary larvae which swim with cilia and have an apical organ containing sensory cells. The wildlife in the park includes a large number of birds, herbivores, primates, and reptiles. Bird watchers would be delighted to spot pelicans, rosy and grey ducks, painted storks, peafowl, spotted doves, parakeets, vultures, eagles, budgeraga, macaws, and even flightless birds like ostriches in this park. Common langur, rhesus monkey, bonnet monkey, common Indian monkey, olive baboon, ring-tailed lemur, lemur catter, Goldie's marmoset, and mandrill are some of the primates that inhabit the zoo. Recent additions to the primate world at the zoo are 3 new primate species of chimpanzees, which have come from Tisch Zoo in Jerusalem. The herbivore population of the zoo includes animals like barking deer, wild boar, elephant, sambar deer, spotted deer, Gor buffalo, swamp deer, nilgai, hippopotamus, elk deer, salmon deer, and giraffe. Visitors can also spot carnivores like tiger, leucistic and Bengal cheetah, leopard, jaguar, and puma from the feline family. Jackals, hyenas and wild dogs from the lesser carnivore family are also present here. Along with a separate section that houses butterflies and moths, the zoo also houses several species of snakes and reptiles like python, land tortoise, terrapin, monitor lizard, mugger crocodiles, and gharials. These animals look menacing at first sight, but seeing them here adds to the thrill of the visit. The varied animal populace of the zoo makes visitors feel like they are amidst a forest. If you are a fan of the nocturnal beauties, then you must visit the Nocturnal Animal House to see animals like owls, civets, and porcupines. There is a mini train ride that the visitors can take to cover the park in a short time. Not only does it save the trouble of walking around the park on foot, but it is also a fun adventure activity for the kids. As the train moves through all the sections in the zoo, you can see the lion perched atop his cave and the baboons squealing with delight as they hang lazily from trees. Do not forget to carry your camera with you to the zoo, as some species here are quite special and worth capturing with your camera. You would want to click a picture not just of the animals in Indira Gandhi Zoological Park but also of the beautiful surroundings at the park. Several activities are organized at the park on days that celebrate wildlife, nature, and environment, like the World Wildlife Week, World Forestry Day, and World Sparrow Day. There is an education center called Bioscope at the park which works towards raising awareness in people about protecting wildlife. This center also has an auditorium, an interpretation center, and a well-equipped library for those wanting to gain more knowledge about the animals at the park. Various competitions are organized at the zoo for school children, and these include quiz competitions, debates, drawing, and essay writing competitions. There is fresh purified drinking water available at the park at various locations for the convenience of the visitors. Benches and shades have been put at several places to let the visitors relax. If you do not wish to roam around the park on foot, you can also take the eco-friendly vehicles that are available at a fee of 200 Indian rupees per person. Like all other wildlife sanctuaries and zoological parks across the country, winter is the best time to plan a visit to this park. It is easier to visit the park at this time since the daytime temperature is perfect for staying outdoors and a sunny day gets the animals out of their lairs. The peak season at the park is from October until mid of May, and since the weather at this time is very pleasant, the park gets a lot of tourists from all over the world. September or October is also the time when Wildlife Week is celebrated at the Indira Gandhi Zoological Park. It is an event which is greatly enjoyed by people of all age groups and also by wildlife enthusiasts. Various competitions and quizzes are organized all through the week, which aims at creating awareness about nature and wildlife. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park timings. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Tuesday to Sunday. The park is closed on Mondays. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park entry fee. The entry fee to visit Indira Gandhi Zoological Park is 70 rupees for adults and 30 rupees for children. Camera fee is 50 rupees for still camera and 200 rupees for video camera. You can also take your cycle entry ticket inside the park at a charge of Rs. 100 for a battery-operated car inside the zoo for 70 rupees per adult and 50 rupees per child. Places to visit near Indira Gandhi Zoological Park, Vizag. There are a host of activities to indulge in and places to see near the Indira Gandhi Zoological Park. You can spend some time at the beaches close by like the Yarada Beach, Bhimunipatnam Beach, Gangavaram Beach, RK Beach, and Kondakarla Eva Beach. The Inskurusura Submarine Museum, Kailasagiri, Dolphin's Nose, and Araku Valley are some other attractions that you can add to your list if you have some time on hand. The park also offers accommodation options for those who wish to enjoy bird watching and wildlife safari that takes place early in the morning. Established in the year 1972, the Indira Gandhi Zoological Park at Visakhapatnam is one of the naturalistic zoos in the country. Opened to public on the 19th of May 1977, this modern zoo is known for its spacious enclosures and green surroundings. Popularly known as Vizag Zoo, it is also the third largest zoo in the country in terms of area. Every year the zoo witnesses an increase in tourism and educational visits. People from nook and corner of the world come to IGZP and enjoy by observing the variety of animals in its enclosures and free range. Indira Gandhi Zoological Park is located amidst Sitakonda Reserve Forest in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Declared open to the public on the 19th of May 1977, covers an area of 625 acres and situated between the beautiful scenic Eastern Ghats on 3 sides and Bay of Bengal on the 4th side. 87 species of animals numbering to 835, lesser carnivores, small mammals, reptiles, ungulates and birds are housed in natural ambience. The unusual noteworthy facet of Indira Gandhi Zoological Park is its free-ranging animal species presence between 2 beautiful hillocks within the premises of the park. The park has a large number of rare endemic and exotic trees and shrubs. Water bodies flowing into the park from adjoining Kambalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary are good source of water for the sustenance of various flora and fauna in the zoo park. It is located about 75 kilometers from Visakhapatnam on Araku Road. Tida is being developed with camping facilities at Jungle Bells to provide an enchanting experience in wilderness to the tourists. A home for variety of wild mammals and avifauna, Tida is ideal for viewing wildlife and bird watching. Other attractions are rock climbing, trekking and targeting with bow and arrows. They can also learn the language of the jungle, viz. Identification of calls, marks, etc. Tourists can enjoy their stay in logats and tents set in tribal environs.